Hello, the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry again about my voice. It's coming back a wee bit, but yeah, not been ideal at all. So there we go. I'm alive and kicking. I'm all good. And we're back for another huge weekend on Sorare. Obviously, we've got a lot going on just now with the J League and the K League cards, which are very cool. So we're gonna have a special focus on that. So in this video, before go through everything for the weekend. First and foremost, I want to look at the K League and the J League stuff. Have a look at the players that I bought. Have a look at the spreadsheet, see who are sort of fancied players for this weekend, and then we'll have a look generally at the game week as well. Try to get this video up as soon as possible because I know that the auctions and everything are all ongoing at the moment. Having a look at the UI here, it's changed a lot. I do like it. Sometimes people don't really like change and it's quite hard to get used to all, so that's fair enough. But yeah, I do like it, and I think it's a much better use of space. I mean, if you look down here, like, yeah, I couldn't find a place to put my face in, so like, you're using up the screen a lot better. We've got obviously the links, quick links to the game week, the specials, promotions, and even all that stuff all looks really, really cool, really well designed. And before we go into that, big transfer moves. Finally got one thanks to Pug Trader. Really good guy. I've messaged him a few times on X at Pug underscore 999 and got a Sinisalo in as well. So thanks very much for accepting that. Just thought I'd let everybody know. I don't know who's going to play next game for Celtic. That's another point. There's no Celtic this weekend, so there we go. So let's have a look at sorting my voice. Let's have a look at sorting my voice out. Let's have a look at some of the cards I've picked up. And first thing to point out here is I'm going to move myself up to the top of the screen. Now, in fact, I'm not decided against that because I forgot when you scroll down through the cards, it'll just get in my way. So, yeah, these are like sensational looking cards. I do get people are paying a bit more for them and everything. That's fair enough. But have a look at the prizes and everything for a competition this weekend. It's $2,500 for first. Now, it's going to be quite competitive, etc. There's no two ways about that. But, apart from anything else, are absolutely sensational looking cards. So good. One of my favourite designs, on Sorare, honestly, sensational. So, the double up promo is running as well. Just a wee heads up. I think they have fixed everything. I did get Mota as one of the double ups for Ewan Bit Graham, so we'll talk through all the buys and everything in a minute. Initially it was like a normal card Sorare gave me, which was, I think it was a bit of an error, but before I even sort of submitted a ticket, they did go in and fix that. Also got this chap from Diago as well, so let's have a look through the buys and then we'll have a look at what's going on for the weekend, and I'll let you know quickly obviously why I've bought these guys. Doing quite well and not getting involved. So I've bought quite a few of them so far, but do want a couple of teams in. So obviously this competition, there's the competition in May where you need 5. And then you can still use these cards all summer and everything as well. So I think really absolutely brilliant promotion from Sorare. So picked up Bueno. Guy's scoring really well, pretty solid. Not really a kind of decisive machine, but his scores are pretty good, data's pretty good. So yeah, 20 quid. I mean, it's not hundreds of pounds, right? It's one of those things. So yeah, I think he's doing very well, and he's far enough into the season to see how the data all stacks up. I've got the guy, so Hyun, I think this guy's name is. So that's our thing, the name's not on the card. It's so put me in the comments, see if anybody's actually bought the card of the wrong player. If you do click on the player, the name comes up. But Anyang, the midfielder, again, averaging really well. Data's pretty good, so worth the price, I think. Got the big man, no idea who he is. He's got all these things on his name, but I don't understand how to talk that language. Broderson, the big bald. Yeah, I mean, look at his scores. He seems to be fairly busy, obviously, all the time, but they've been pretty good defensively. So that was the sort of biggest splash. Him and come back to forward in a wee minute, but yeah, pretty good. Averaging really well, and at the end of the day, you need somebody to do well this weekend. So somebody in form's good. Elbert Again, was a double up one. Not really doing anything these days. But yeah, a really beautiful looking card, and obviously helps out collection there as well. We've got Akito Fukumori, the GOAT. Honestly, I've got this guy's rare from like 4 years ago or something. He's actually been relegated. He's come back up. He's back smashing it again. He's a maniac. He's got a good left peg on him, I must admit. He's been putting in some good scores. We've got the goalkeeper for Diagon. So pronunciations are bad enough at the best of time for having no voice, by the way, sorry. Um, Lee Chang-gun. Yeah, 11 quid. I mean, Diagon are top of the league, right? So scores have been rotten because I've not been like did too well in terms of keeping clean sheets, but I think that'll come. It'll have to come, not stay top of the league without keeping any clean sheets, but I think he's been underperforming. He was pretty good last season. Data was pretty good. So interesting. Compare him there to Ichimori, who's also been doing really badly and was 20 quid. So, pretty good value, I think, yeah. And we've got Ha Chang Ray as well, who has averaged like around about 60, even though they've been pretty bad. So, I mean, that's a kind of eye popping one for me as well. Ha Chang Ray is a guy who I've known for a while because obviously been around the sort of K League and everything. So, yeah, that's who I added myself. There's loads of good defenders though. Nakatani's doing very well. Look at his scores really good. Your man Anderson up front for Suwon. I mean, I think one of the issues just now is like there's a bit of a lack of good forwards in the K League. Obviously you get your Lingards and stuff like that. Cezinha's injured, so he'll probably miss both rounds of this special, so be careful with him. Kitano is really good young player, only 26 quid again, a bit more expensive, but such a beautiful looking. Honestly, the card's just like, look at the hair they people have got as well, which is much better than mine. Look, fantastic hairdos, highlights, everything, sensational stuff. Calais Gale, just ridiculous, 5 quid, mental. Yunbek Graham, probably not been performing too well, but back to a wee bit of form. And yeah, I mean, I bought him and I got him water for the double up, so I'm pretty pleased with that as well. And obviously, a wee bit of essence and everything, so it's worth paying a wee bit extra, I think, for these cards anyway. I mean, don't go too bonkers, but you've got two really nice competitions or specials. They look amazing. They're good for your collections. Everybody's having fun. Everybody loves it. Let's go. Kyle has been really good for Diago. I mean, they've been pretty crap the last couple of games, but still done pretty well. And we've got the two young sort of forwards in, obviously, here. Akito Suzuki and I think it's Fukuda. Both pretty promising players. 11 quid and 5 quid. I mean, 21, 23. Like, you can't go really that far wrong. Like, it's not like you're not spending your life savings or whatever on these cards. Xiaomin Q, really good. Started really well, not so good the last couple of games for Dagon, but yeah, hopefully he'll come back to a bit of form. And Gabriel Tigrao, I think, is another tip. I mean, I've got 3 super rares of this guy as well. So let's have a look at kind of one of the reasons why bought him, and then we'll do the preview. So he's back in the cup today, and he scored in the cup. Guangzhou do have Seoul away, which is quite a tough game, but he might be up to speed for the second round of the games. But if you look at obviously how he was doing previously, a couple of good 80s in there, some decisives, 74, 65. So yeah, I mean, he's well capable of decent scores like 88, 79, a wee bit 88, which was against Seoul actually. So I think his data stacks up pretty well. So interesting and not that expensive. Just come back off injury. Also under 23s qualified as well, which is quite good. So anyways, let's have a look at all the data. So we're now on the spreadsheet from Sorare Probabilities at S_probabilities on X. Remember, this is a paid service, it's not mine, it's from Miguel. I always find this hugely helpful. So we'll come back to this general overview later on, but I want to show you some of the cool things you can do with the spreadsheet. And obviously, we're doing a preview for a K League and the J League, right? So we've got to have a look at that. So we do have some filters in here from when this previous stuff was on. So you hit that wee magic button and wham, it's going to throw up all the data for the games that are coming up at the weekend. As long as I've not messed up, usually I do mess it up. So it takes me a bit to load because it's pulling all the data in from Opta, etc. Obviously. And there we go, as if by magic. So John Book against Diago, or Diageo, whatever you call him. 1.67 XG for John Book. Quite interesting. I mean, I've not been doing that well this season. I've not really bought any of their strikers, but looking at that, maybe I should have. I did actually look at one of their strikers, but didn't have any cards as yet as well. So interesting to keep an eye and see if maybe there's some more designs come out. 58% and win percentage, clean sheet 42%. Pretty interesting. Ulsan against Gang One, 47% clean sheet percentage, 1.5 xg, 58% clean sheet percentage. Obviously, Johi and Wu will be quite popular. I'll probably be using him, obviously. And like super rare, I've already picked him up. He's quite expensive and limited. I mean, 40, 50 quid's getting a bit pricey. I've paid 40 quid for R1, so no one talking about. So there we go. We have Gimchin, the army team, against Diajin. 1.46 xg. But all that's usually lead on Guillaume, to be honest. But I think he might be injured at the moment, so be very careful there. 37% clean sheet percentage, 38. Seoul against Guangzhou, so again, not expected to be too many goals, 1.28. I mean, you imagine you see like your Celtic PSG and all that sort of stuff, and it's like 2-3 xg, so 1.28 is expected to be quite tight. Clean sheet percentage of 44, so there'll be a lot of guys going for the Seoul goalkeeper. Kim Jin-soo, Kim Ji-sung, like, has been absolutely brilliant this season. So no real surprise there. We've got Anyang against Suwon. Again, not brilliant stats, 1.27 xg. Pohang Steelers against Jeju. And then the reverse, so Jeju against Pohang. So that's why the teams are on here twice, right? The team on the left-hand side denotes the statistics on here. So best clean sheet percentage is Ulsan. Second best is Seoul. Then we've got 42% for Jeonbuk and 37-38% for Kimchin. I think that obviously that's based on stats so far for this season as well. For Diajin, it's down to 24%. But I think Lee Chan-gun's like kind of overdue some clean sheets. So I've taken a bit of value there. I think like obviously think ahead to the second round as well and just using the card for the whole season. Go to the J League one now, and then we'll go and look at some individual players as well. So again, the spreadsheet I usually just find like totally invaluable. Honestly, like just amazing to have this data that you can just pull out, and you can just work on and just like get an accurate picture. Obviously, some people know the players, but if you're going to be dabbling into contender you've not used it before, then hopefully this is invaluable information. Kawasaki Frontale against Tokyo Verde. So remember, there's a Tokyo and there's a Tokyo Verde. There's like two teams. Kawasaki 1.55 xg, 33% clean sheet percentage. Have been pretty poor this season. I think they get beat again today as well, so not that good. Yamada, like, not really been firing, but expect probably will at some point. Shireko Osaka, or Shirezo Osaka, picked up obviously some of the guys there. Didn't actually pick him up, but Lucas Fernandez already got. Guys like that were really like pretty good, I think. So 1.44 xg, 39% clean sheet percentage. Urawa against the Marinos. I mean, Yokohama so bad, honestly. Like, I don't know how they've been that bad. They've got like good players, so they're just like underperforming a lot. Crazy. Bit surprised, but there we go. And Urawa is not an easy game at all. Urawa have got some good players. So 1.41 xg, again, not very high clean sheet percentage. Highest clean sheet percentage of the game is Sanfrecce Hiroshima, 45%, 1.29 xg, 50% win percentage. So Keizuki Ozako, goalkeeper Shosazaki, Araki, all the defensive guys, Shiotani. Obviously, a lot of people will be going mental for those guys. So, if you can run something as an alternative, I'm going for, I think the big bald, as I call them, Big Broadlison. A lot of people will just go for like guys they know or whatever, which is fine. You don't always have to follow the crowd. If you want to buy some cheap guys or something, you look at these stats like, 1.55 xg and stuff like that. Somebody could win 5-0, but like, it's not like exactly overwhelming fixtures you see like a lot of the times in Europe. Avispa, playing against Shimizu. 1.26 XG, 37% clean sheet percentage. We've got Kobe against Makita. That's a shame. I wish Makita had a better game. Although, in all honesty, Vissel Kobe have not been that good. So, but they're probably underperforming. So, I wouldn't put you off getting like a Kosai Tani and Okamura and stuff. But you have already got those guys. So, if I want to run like those two guys at defence and then run three of the other cards as special editions, I can do so as well. But it's not exactly a great game, is it? Marinos against Urawa's the flip side of it. We've got Kyoto Sanga against Aberrex Nagata and Tokyo Verde and Kashima, etc. against Fagiano Okuyama. So, like, obviously, all the information's here. I would say Raysol actually probably a wee bit underrated in clean sheet 7. Tile Koga's been good. And, on any given day, like, anything can happen. But we'll have a look at the individual players as well, and then that will maybe sort of start to allow you to make some sense of like why I've been buying some guys as well. So we've got it filtered at the moment to J League, and this is on just overall projected scores, obviously. So here we are, all the data for the J League first. Some sort of familiar names up here. So Tomoya Miki has been really good this season, projected score 92. His last 15 is 59, so no real surprise there. Rafael Elias projected 88. Thiago Andrade used to play for New York, so a lot of people in Sorare will know obviously him. Vitor Bueno projected 84, only a start percentage 10% at the moment, so I need double checking that. Did a cup game today, so hopefully no issues with injury, etc. Tomoyo Ando is not one I really know too well, but an interesting high projected score. Rafael Ratal has been playing up front for Cerezo, I think. Okamura we talked about earlier, so projected 76. Not surprised, he's obviously had a lot of good scores recently. Nagaishi, Jeziel, not really fancy to start. Sven Brodersen, so he's up there as the highest projected scoring goalkeeper. Now that doesn't mean he will actually score the highest, but there we go. Yamame, Marco Tulio, Murakami's is second actually highest projected in terms of projected scores, but not clean sheet wise. Broderson's clean sheet percentage 34%, so Kaizuki Osako does have the highest clean sheet percentage. Anyone else standing out here? So we've got Junosuke Suzuki will be really popular because he's been scoring really well, and just try to scroll down a wee bit because obviously there's a lot of our guys in point out here. Lucas Fernandez, as I said, been pretty expensive, puts in a lot of good scores. Bueno's down there actually in 80%. I don't know why it's. Fukumori projected 65. Guy obviously picked up. And there's loads of other stuff, familiar names in there. Guys like Fuller, Kosai Tani, still pretty high projected score in 62. It's not bad at all. Shunta Tanaka, Gen Shoji, Ichimori there on projected 59. So it's all quite open, to be honest. Hopefully it gives you a lot of food for thought there anyway. But obviously there are some sort of standouts on projected data and, based on opposition strength, clean last 15's data, all that type of stuff. So let's have a look now at the K-League data as well. So Kim Jun-hyun is up on a projected 86. So that was a lad from Anyang that I'd bought. I've got his super rare as well, so I'm delighted about that. He's definitely going in a super rare team this weekend. That means he's going to do an 86, right? But there we go. Thiago Robbo, it's a bit of a hit or misser, but seen earlier, John Book do have a reasonable game. 60% win percentage, 1.66 XG is pretty decent. And Taehyun I don't really know too well. Zhao Mingqiu I've already bought. Jeon Jin Woo I think also plays for John Book. I don't know if he's actually got any cards yet, so afterwards we'll double check on that. Like, he's got cards, but I don't know if he's got like these Sakurai ones. We have, what's happened? Where's all the data gone? What have I done? Have I buggered up? I'll refresh. I fixed it, put another 50 pence in the lights, we're all good. Um, Anyone else standing out here? I mean, obviously these are all pretty high projected scores. Kosam Beam's been good for Ulsan. No two ways about that. Ludvigsen doesn't always play. Oberdan there, projected 6-6. Kim Yoon Kwon. Lee Dong Gien's only in at 30%, so I think he's probably injured, as I said before. But yeah, obviously I've got a couple of guys from here. We won't see the goalkeeper in here for Diagin, but that's obviously more of a stab in the dark based on previous scores. We have Wanderson, who's injured at the moment. Anderson Oliveira. There's a way down here, so I was looking for a guy I've just paid 40 quid for. So like, where is he? It's got to be on the sheet somewhere high up. I've just paid 40 quid for a blooming limited just because it looks good. Yeah, so he's projected to do a 61. So it kind of makes sense, right? Overall team XG is about 1. So hopefully he's the one that scores the 1, or they just exceed their XG. Some familiar names in there. Kim Joo Sung, estimated as around about projected 63. 44% clean sheet percentage, pretty good for Seoul, obviously. So like Seoul goalkeeper quite popular. Jo Hyun Woo, pretty popular as a goalkeeper. Obviously for Ulsan. And spreadsheets telling me to sync to the latest version or something, so probably going to go off. I know Kang Sang Woo's done pretty well for Ulsan as well. I don't think there's anybody else sort of standing out too much. So anyway, since we're having a bit of a focus on this, I'm going to pick some rough teams for the specials. It's a really fun competition, so it's got to be done right. So firstly, we're going to go for a Harangi one. I did buy another Lee Chang-gun. That was because obviously you only need 3 of the special editions for this, and you know that his other in season was like £2, so it lets me get an extra team in. Jo Hyun was quite expensive. We'll be running him in rare and stuff like that anyway. So we're going to have to go for obviously Lee Chang-gun in here. In terms of defender to go with him, well, obviously I'm going to go with first and foremost, I think Ha Chang Ray. It'll make a lot of sense to have him in, obviously, as a double defence. In terms of where else we're going here for midfield, etc., do have a wee bit of choice, but obviously Kim Jong Un was the guy with the highest projected score, so naturally going to kind of go for him in there. Might make sense actually to use Mota in the same team as him as well. And obviously we've got your man Anderson there too. So probably put Anderson in the other team. So Mota, and that gives maybe if they assist each other, that could be quite good. Quite a difficult game for your man from Gangwon. But him averaging 82, right? 82. This is a proper cold. This just added 20 points on his score. So I could use like Oberdan in here. I probably want to do Yoon Bitgram in with his teammate. Tucci is definitely capable of big scores. It's hard for the last place. I mean, Jiao Q, doesn't, just because they're going to be, I'm hoping they'll be good defensive, doesn't mean that he's going to be like really good there. I think Oberdan's probably the pick here, to be honest. Ulsan not been great. I'm going to go with Tucci against Ulsan, honestly. Ulsan not been that good this season, so I think he could definitely get some good AA and everything there. I'm going to go with this spreadsheet and just go with your man there, obviously, in terms of captain. They'll refine this, it's only a first draft for the Harangi, but I mean, the money on the line's absolutely brilliant, honestly. $2,500 for first, $120 for top 20, etc. Absolutely magic. So Lee Chang-gun's going to go in there for the next one. Probably going to go with Kyle. We'll have to, because we need to use defender with that type of card. Yoon Bit Goat, as I call him. We go with Anderson, and then midfield wise, like Ulsan, suppose Kosang Bean's pretty good. Go with Jalman Q. Probably Oberdan's pick here. Gang 1 might have a better game for the second round of things. And probably going to pick Graham as captain. Gets a bit of A and stuff, so you'd probably higher scoring potential than forward Anderson. So there we go. That's a couple of provisional lineups selected. Let's have a look at the J League Sakura and we'll get the big bald into the team. Get the big bald Broderson. There he is. Oh, the big bald. Get in there. Right. In fact, now obviously the antlers are pretty good. So we've got Akito Fukumori that got absolutely what a sensational guy he is. And then for midfield, obviously we don't need to use all the kind of new versions here. I think like obviously Cerezo do have pretty good fixture, right? So can be tempted if this is going to be the best team to put in Lucas Fernandez. Makes sense probably to use Kitano in that team as well. Then we could put in anybody, use Shunta Tanaka. Could put in one of the boys from Makida as well. Press the right buttons, that'd be a good start. Obviously, probably going to go with the defensive stack with Ichimori for that one. For Nakatani, sorry. Eric's been really good recently. He's probably one to look out for. Rafael Elias got a really high projected score. And he's, yeah. And then I'm going to have to captain Fukumori. Just for sentimental reasons. Like, I really probably should captain Lucas Fernandez or even Kitano. I'm not going to. I'm just going to captain Fukumori. Fuck it. Excuse my language. Fuck it for Fuku. Look at the cards are amazing, honestly. Just pop out off the screen. The lighting's really good. Absolutely love them. So we've got the defensive stack here, obviously, is the reverse fixture. And it's against the goat Fukumori, but I could still do some AA, so a 0-0 would suit us. So we'll go for Nakatani in there as well, obviously. And then midfield wise, probably going to have to be Bueno, and yeah, we only really got one. So I just could use Shunta Tanaka and say Bueno for our team, because I think we're kind of approaching enough players now, but so you might shuffle it about a wee bit. So forward wise, hope that Resol don't have a good day at the back. I don't want to use Fukumori against Gamba, obviously, so probably put in like Shunta Tanaka, or Soma might be a shout actually, because he's on sets, and to be perfectly honest, Thistle Kobe have not kept many clean sheets. I guess I could put Soma, well, make it as strong as possible, so this is a second team, so probably put Soma in here. And then who else have we got in the limited wise? I mean, we could play anybody, you're right, like we could play Fukumori, but I don't want to. I'm going to go for Shunta Tanaka. And then captain wise, I'm going to go for Bueno. Again, does a bit of if he gets a decisive, like could be like Dolly Gen time. Don't know if that's proper. Well, it is optimal from a point of view of like, could definitely do some damage. Then do we have enough to get another team in? So definitely use a Kosai Tani. I don't know if I've got enough actually for 3 teams. Don't have any other defenders who play. So they go for Fukumori. They go. Or I could play Okamura in there. Yeah, I don't have enough. So I need another mid. So there we go. So I could play the guys just in contender. I'll use 3 and 3 and 3 and 3, so I think that's okay. Like 2 teams, and then also I'll be guaranteed pretty much to have 1 team in for next one where you need 5. But I will probably pick up some options for that next game week, depending on the mint rates and everything and the prices. Probably will look ahead to that soon. So there we go, and those are they are just like honestly, cards just look so good. Nice wee flowers and none in my life. My wife would absolutely love that stuff. Sensational stuff. Maybe get her some cards is a good idea. The next time she asks for lamps, I'm going to say, do you know what? I'm just going to buy you some cards instead. Right, enough of those antics. We have to have a look at the wider game week and what else we've got on Sorare this weekend. If you have enjoyed the video, the link to sign up to Sorare is in the channel links and on Twitter as well, or X as they call it these days. Just in case you're new to this, you just come in. So what the hell's going on here? It's $2,500 for first. Have a go, sign up, get some good deals on your sign up as well. Yeah, you get, I think on your first purchases you get like some auction credits and everything, like up to like £100, which is great. So Paris Saint-Germain against Le Havre. Paris Saint-Germain pretty much won the league, 3.3 XG. Problem is they do a lot of rotating, right? But like you've got guys like Desiree Douay or whatever, like who didn't play midweek, then why not have a go against Le Havre? Trabzonspor, 48% clean sheet percentage and 2.8 XG against Adana, who are just like basically going down, just walking off the pitch if they can help whoever they like in the other chairman's side of things. It's just mental. Trabzonspor, interesting. I've got Kakir as well, so I'm going to be using him in Challenger. Marseille against Montpellier, 2.76 XG, 51% clean sheet percentage. Look at the difference of XGs here for the XG and everything for K-League, J-League and everything. So if you're going to play, I've always said it, but if you're going to go in and play those competitions, like everybody has a chance. Fenerbahce against Kayserispor, definitely be using Tadic and Skriniar, I think, for that fixture. So 2.76 XG, 53% clean sheet percentage, good. Barcelona against Celta. Barcelona don't keep many clean sheets, but score a lot of goals. I think they want to keep the foot to the floor, obviously. I'd be a bit of a surprising result against Dortmund. I mean, they got hammered, but like they still went through. So there we go. Zenit against Kimki. They don't have many in-season stuff cards, or don't have any in-season cards. For Zenit, I think that Spartak Solari still has some in-season cards, but Russia-wise, there's not really any now, I don't think. But you got your Douglas Santos or whatever. Fantastic stuff. 62.5% clean sheet percentage. Dougie Santos definitely going into a team there. Bayern München and Bayern in Germany. In München against Heidenheim. Again, will they rotate? You know, I've got a game against Inter Milan tonight. A lot of games obviously coming up. Leipzig against Holstein Kiel. Been pretty poor, 2.5 XG. 43% clean sheet percentage. Again, Leipzig don't keep many clean sheets. Dortmund against Mönchengladbach. I mean, Dortmund went out, so an interesting one. Like, will they be happy that they beat Barcelona, or would you be disappointed that they still went out? Galatasaray's there. Sporting, 58% clean sheet percentage, pretty high. 2.2 XG. We've got Monaco against Strasbourg. Liverpool against Leicester, that's definitely going to be a good one for the EPL. Obviously, Leicester have been pretty poor. Salah's signing a new deal. Sounds like Virgil's going to sign everything as well. Lyon against St Etienne again. You've got to watch for these games because like, Lyon are playing against Man United. So your issue there is, do they bench the absolute under 23 goat, Mathis Cherki. Nice against Angers. Arsenal playing against Ipswich. So again, they've got a game midweek. It's got pretty difficult to call. West Ham, who are we doing? Blowing bubbles in the air against Southampton. You never know. I mean, like honestly, all sorts of stacks have won the EPL and everything there. But nothing else really standing out. I'm going to have a quick look at my players as well. So I think the last thing we'll do before we have a quick look at competitions on for this weekend, just have a look at my own specific players. Now, obviously, you need to sign up spreadsheet and download your specific players so that you get this type of information. So Alisson, 51% clean sheet percentage, pretty good. Livakovic, again, just kind of won the place back in from Gregory Baya or just after the injury. David Raya there. Will there be any messing about by Arsenal? Don't know. Probably not. Interested in that game later on. Kaki or Zhou Yinwu. So, I mean, Zhou Yinwu is one of my best clean sheet percentage chances this weekend, but I'll be kind of not going against them, but I'm not going to be spending 40, 50 quid for him in a limited. I don't think we should go with it. Sort of cheaper options, be a cheapskate. And just, yeah. I could have went all in on Olsen, but I don't really like what he's. Well, I've already spent like hundreds, if you know what I mean, but like I want to focus on the strategy, which is in-season super rare. So, Tribune, pretty good chance. Jan All Blacks there. Osako, pretty decent. Franco Armani as well. Defenders wise, Savage kind of standing out there. Actually, that's pretty interesting. Maybe interesting one with Kakia. Yaimar's up there. Sexy Sergei Petrov. All Kimura is at 76, so they can consider using him, to be honest. Ezequiel Barco's been insane. Kim Jun Hyun, we've already selected. Will Modric come back in for Real Madrid. He's not played tonight, or he's not playing tonight. Mo Salah projected 100 against Leicester. Who would rule that out? Cherky, Ramiro Sordo's been pretty good. Rafael Elias, we mentioned earlier. So a quick look. My 7-year-old's causing a bit of noise in the background, so I'll move myself over. We'll have a quick look at what's on, and then we'll probably wrap things up. So we've got everything on this weekend. We'll have a quick look. We've actually got specialist competition as well. So that's pretty interesting. So there's going to be a lot of strategy stuff to do. So rules are 2 players from the same team. 2 players average 50 or below, and maximum 2 players over 60. So nice to have a specialist format back. We've got Best of Asia as well, just to highlight that. As a free play comp, you can use Max 1 limited card from Asia, which I think has to be an in-season card as well. And you can win a trip to Japan or Asia. I think it's amazing. Yeah. Trip to Korea, Japan, that is brilliant. So get yourself involved in that. You can just play with commons if you want. There's some credits been chucked in there, so that's all pretty good as well. And then it's just our usual regions and everything. So I'm not going to focus any more on those competitions because we've done the main job, which I think is covering off this cool promo and the competition for the Heritage editions for this weekend. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you got to this point, thanks again for watching. Please do hit like and subscribe to the channel. Obviously, if you don't hit like, then people don't know that the videos are any good. If you don't think it's any good, then you don't need to watch again. That's fine. But we'll end now in customary fashion as we do in the channel. If you're playing this weekend, especially the Heritage comps, good luck and go fuck.